Can Zeke deke again? It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Earlier this afternoon, but for now,
the holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes now in his third season in the league, leading the Chiefs onto the field. And, boy, when the Chiefs traded starting quarterback Alex Smith before 2018, a lot of people were wondering how good Patrick Mahomes could be, and he showed the entire league how good he could be, racking up over 5,000 yards and tied for second most passing touchdowns in a season with 50 of them. And he was handed the MVP and Offensive Player of the Year awards. The numbers for Travis Kelce last week: 4 catches, 51 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelce. And he's got this down to the 35. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big time pickup for them. And now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I'll take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Mahomes completes that one to Watkins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 21. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in when the production.
And that is caught by Watkins for a cheap touchdown. Sammy Watkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here come the Bears under second-year coach Matt Nagy. They'll be led out by the number 2 overall pick in 2016 from North Carolina, Mitchell Trubisky.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up.
And got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. For big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half in some of these shorter games. turn into bigger runs later. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. First down, a run with Cohen. He'll get 3 up to midfield. The rushing numbers last week for Cohen. 17 carries, 79 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Hey, Echo.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Lock in.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Tavecchio good on the extra point.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now this, of course, the final Sunday night game of the year. All-day games in Week 17, 13 in the early window. Among them, you've got Steelers, Ravens, Dolphins, Pats, Saints, and Panthers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mahomes now to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Ha-Ha Clinton Dix with a pick, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen, and he's got this down to the 35. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
This is the old adage, partner, don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes a mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice game.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Cohen, and only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
You know, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, they picked up a 1st down for him, too.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the 1st half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky, and that is incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing. Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3. And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdowns.
And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, it's Cohen. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Trubisky able to find Shaheen here. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. It's caught. It's Miller. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Get ready.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now it's Trubisky. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Elliott. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's taken down. A Bear sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. This will be fielded at the 8. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Get ready. 53, check 53. Go.
From the 40 now on second down. Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On third down, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A Chicago first down, the former Jag, Allen Robinson, on the catch from Trubisky. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. Trubisky will come up here first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the run, it's Davis. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 30 on second down, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is Cohen, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Now it's Trubisky, and this one's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Maybe not.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watt. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. And even 40 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The reception good for 7. It's third down. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Mahomes, and he'll find Hall, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily. Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
They try again with Cohen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On second down, it's Cohen, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play of this football game. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Yeah, Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. It might hurt your punter because it might not be...
Dashing through the snow! And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
So now Trubisky and the Bears down 28-24, 2:12 to play. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Elliott on first down going absolutely nowhere. He'll lose about 3 on the play. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check 31, check 31.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. He zooms in for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw, Mahomes. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Boy, a tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Kansas City, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.